kapansin-pansin na unang pumirma sa endorsement ng anak ninyo. Did he seek your advice on this, and what did you tell him?
Of course, he did. And I said, it was very simple, but I told him. And he said, you know, mukhang pipirmahan na. What's your opinion? What I should do? And I told him. I said, the process is begun. It has, parang batas yan eh. When you're in the legislature, when you file a bill, okay, House Bill number 1, 2, 3, etc., etc. Pag file mo niyan, that bill takes a life of its own. Kahit anong gawin ng congressman na nag-file o senador na nag-file, kahit ayaw niya yung mga changes na magagawin doon sa kanyang bill, wala na siyang magagawa. Because the bill is going through the process as it should. And part of that process will be amendments, etc., additions, all that. The impeachment complaint is exactly the same. Once it has been filed, there is a procedure that needs to be followed already. So sabi ko, andyan na tayo, sabi ko kay Kong Sandro, sabi ko sa kanya, the process has already begun. So, it's your duty now to support that process. So do your duty. That's what I told you. Do your duty. You have to support the process. You are constitutionally mandated to carry out that process. And you are a congressman, so do your duty. That's what I told him. I didn't know you'd be the first to sign, though.
Eden Santos, Net 25.
Mr. President, sabi niyo po ang impeachment ay hindi makapagdudulot ng kabutihan sa buhay ng kahit isang Pilipino. Nung nag-ask po ng advice sa inyo si Congressman Sandro Marcos, as a father and as a father of this nation, hindi niyo po ba naisip o na-advisean siya na gawin kanyang duty para sa kapakanan at interest ng mas nakararaming mga Pilipino at yung kung ano po yung standing nyo na sana ay huwag matuloy yung impeachment?
The House is a collegial body. They decide as one. And that was what the House decided. He is a member of the House of Representatives. So, as a member of the House of Representatives, he has to do his duty. Whatever his opinions might be, he must do his duty. Even if he's hesitant, all this applies to not only my son, it applies to all the congressmen. Once na-file na yung impeachment complaint, gawin nyo na yung trabaho ninyo. Wala na silang choice. Yun ang tinutukoy ko, yung una kong statement tungkol dito. The Senate has no choice, the House has no choice. That's exactly what the situation is. Once the second that the complaint were filed.
Ang government po ba ay ready kung ano man po yung maging effect implication nung sakaling matuloy po yung impeachment trial sa Senado? If in case po na may effect, kasi magtatrabaho po sila, baka maapektuhan yung kanila.
Antayin natin kung ano yung gagawin nila. Because I don't know, hindi pala, wala tayong timetable, wala tayong paano yung pag-i-conduct, what are the rules that will be followed, etc. Antayin natin. It's, again, it is up to them how they decide to have their trial. When they have their trial, what are the rules for the trial, how they will conduct it, etc., etc. So, who will be the presiding judge, or if we have a senator judge, who will be the presiding, all of that.
Last na lang po, wala po bang plano ang ating Pangulo na pakiusapan po sila? Kayo po, wala po ba kayong plano bilang Pangulo ng ating bansa para pakiusapan mo sila na huwag nang ituloy yung impeachment dahil baka abala nga naman po sa trabaho ng ating gobyerno at syempre sa buhay at pamumuhay ng ating mga kababayan?
The Senate has no choice. The House has no choice. They have to do this now. Once the impeachment complaint was filed, tumakbo na ang proseso. At kung hindi nila ipatakbo yung proseso, then they are delinquent in their duties. That's why they just have. That's what I meant. The House has no choice. They have to proceed with the impeachment complaint. The Senate now has no choice. They have to try the impeachment complaint. So making pakiusap, doing that, it won't change anything. It won't change anything. They still have to have a trial.